Hi, Barry Foster here, and welcome back to episode number 6 of the Scottish Job with Glenrothes up in Scotland in Tier 7 football. And today we've got the second round of the South Challenge Cup against Rutherglen Glencairn. But before we get to that cup game, let's take a look at how the team's been performing since our last video. Not too badly. We played Ormiston, the amateur side in the East of Scotland qualifying cup second round, and we had a very good 4-1 victory with Abdul Youssef, who was still a trialist at that time. Leishman, Kyle Bell and Chris Summers finding the back of the net. That was quite a good victory. Then we had a couple of league games and we played very well. Home to Luncarty, a 3-1 victory with Brendan Cameron, Denton and Paul McManus all scoring. Denton from the penalty spot, he's becoming quite good scoring from the spot. And then we went away to Lahore Welfare, where we had a very good 4-0 victory. The players played really well, with Brendan Cameron scoring his first hat-trick of the season. And Abdul Youssef, by that time, he has actually signed on as a player for Glenrothes on an amateur contract, which was a little bit surprising, but he also found the back of the net. So that was an excellent 4-0 victory. And then we played Heriot-Watt University. This was a top-of-the-table clash, 1v2. And as you can see from the figures in that right-hand part of the page, the players in the main played really well. I just couldn't believe we lost this game 3-1. And when you look at the statistics for the match, 24 shots to 14, much better XG, nearly 60% possession, and we had 15 corners to 4. I don't know what it is with corners. My teams find it so hard to score from a corner. I couldn't believe we lost this game 3-1. Both sides got a penalty, but Heriot-Watt really hurt, especially with that 86th minute goal. I was playing attacking football. I was trying to get the equaliser, but in typical fashion, Football Manager decided to turn around and bite me, and we conceded a third goal. So that was very disappointing. But anyway, when we look at the table, I guess we're not doing too badly at all. We've played 6 games. We're in third position with 13 points. We've got a game in hand over Canoe. So in the main, I've been pretty happy with our performance so far, and that's 4 wins, a draw and a loss over 6 matches. Also with the staff, we've had a little bit of news with staff. We've been able to sign a goalkeeping coach in a 49-year-old Scott Howie. And I guess when you look at his attributes of 5, 4 and 6, for this level of football, I'm pretty happy with that. Also, we finally got in a scout. This was through my director of football, Derek Coleman, 30-year-old scout. Okay, ability of 3 and 1. It's not great, but no one was applying for the ad we were running for an awful long time for scouts. So finally, I went to the DOF, and he came up with Derek Coleman. I guess he's better than nothing. So that's what's been happening since our last video, and for some reason, this seems to always happen with Football Manager. We've as you can see on the club vision at the very top, they're very disappointed in me because I'm not signing players under 23. Well, give us a chance, please. Youssef he was only 22, so they should be happy about that. But if we go to finances, we've slipped into the red there. We're currently £928 in the red. But finances, you do seem to have very little control over. We're still £100 a week below our wage budget, so we're not blowing that out of the water. So we're doing the right thing there. Anyway, without further chit-chat, let's go and play Rutherglen Glencairn in the South Challenge Cup second round. And remember, the board are interested in this competition. So let's go and see how we go. And here's the starting 11 for today's game. We've got Richardson in goal, Denton, Doig, Dale, Lumsden across the back line, Kirk, Honeyman, Bell and McLeod Kay in midfield, and Cameron and McManus will lead the attacking line. And on the bench, we'll have Brandon Crawford, Todd Mitchell, Daniel Crisp, Luke Moffat, Robbie Duncan, Andrew Duffy and Abdul Youssef, our new signing. So that's going to be the starting 11 for today. Let's go and chat to the boys. Okay, well, my assistant recommends the top one, but I'm not going to be bitten again. Every time I go with my assistant recommendations, it turns out to be rather disastrous. So I'm just going to tell the boys to go out there and relax and play a natural game, and hopefully the result will come. Pretty good playing surface once again at Glenrothes, and we get the game underway. Pretty happy with the way the team's been clicking together. They're not playing really too badly. I've been looking at the data hub, and I must admit I'm a little bit guilty in that area of not focusing on the data hub much at all. But you can sometimes see some interesting information about your team. So I think I'll take a closer look at the data hub than I have been in the past, especially with my private Swedish save that I was playing before. I very rarely looked at the data hub, but I think that may have been a bit of a mistake. Anyway, we got the first corner of the match. Plenty of possession. It'd be good to go on a bit of a cup run. I'm not quite too sure if there's any money in this cup competition. I haven't seen any money to date, but I guess a cup run is not too bad. But I think we'll start to concentrate on the league a little bit more than the cups, since we seem to have a lot of cups in this particular competition. But the boys seem to be getting most of the possession at the moment. Oh, not a bad effort there. That was a bit, well, I think belonging more to a higher league than Tier 7. But anyway, we didn't score. But most of the boys seem to be playing okay in the opening 10 minutes. We're not playing a short passing game. I sometimes wonder whether we're doing the right thing, but in a lot of our matches we seem to have fairly good possession. Anyway, this is Kirk to McManus. Ooh, now McLeod K tries his shot again. Well, once again he puts it over the bar. Wasn't a bad shot. Wasn't a bad shot at all. McManus, I must admit, he might be 38, but after a bit of a slow start, he has come good. I must admit I've been quite pleased with him. Often he has quite a bit of bad luck in games where he hits the frame of the goal. Sometimes a little bit too often. But for somebody who's 38, he certainly can find the back of the net. And at the moment, he's in a bit of a shootout with Cameron as to see who's going to be our top scorer. I think there's only about a goal between the two at the moment. And certainly that hat-trick by Cameron in one match did help him. But anyway, we're playing with a lot of possession. McLeod K, he's normally pretty good. Oh, beautiful finish. And there's McManus, Paul McManus, 8th goal of the season. And that was a real cool finish. I mean, great work by McLeod K on the right. Good pass by Honeyman, but a very cool finish by McManus. Just side foots it in. That's a beautiful goal. You don't have to slam the ball into the back of the net. That's a really good goal. So 1-0 to Glenrothes. Good start, but still plenty of football left in this game. I think Rutherglen have been struggling a little bit in their league. I took a look. They are currently down in the relegation zone. That's a good save by McGinley. They're currently down in the relegation zone in their league. Quite a few teams, I think, from memory, get relegated in their league, so they're having a bit of a tough season. But at the moment, it's Glenrothes who seem to be getting most of the possession. Although looking at that, it's almost 50-50 with the match stats there. But quite an encouraging start by the boys. Now we've got a free kick, Cameron. Oh, okay, Dull up from the centre of defence. And he's performed pretty well, I must admit. as a centre-back. He's normally quite reliable in games, quite consistent. Probably shouldn't say that. I'll put the mockers on him. He'll have a shocker. But we're fast approaching half-time. Only one goal in it, but most of the highlights seem to be going to Glenrothes. So they seem to be clicking fairly well. It's a little bit. I must admit, I find it a little bit difficult with the club vision rule that they want to sign players just under the age of 23. It just does limit you a little bit, especially when you see a player who's 26 or 25 and they look really good. If you sign them, I guess the board are going to have a bit of a grumble at some stage. But anyway, we'll see how we go with signing new players. We do actually have two trialists just come into the club, a striker, and the other player is a winger. And after the match, we'll take a very quick look at both those players. Both are young too. Both would certainly fit the criteria of signing players under the age of 23. But 2 minutes of added time in this half, maybe a chance for one last attack by Glenrothes. That's a very deep cross. But McLeod K, he can bring it back. Lumsden, who's pretty reliable at right fullback. I've been quite pleased with my defenders in the main. And here comes his cross, far post. That's a bit of a strange... Oh, McManus. Oh, that's a pretty strange thing for the keeper to do, to punch it instead of catching it. And McManus has punished him with his second goal of the game. And once again, the 38-year-old striker, he strikes again. A nice deep cross by Lumsden. Now watch this. Header by Kirk. And the keeper just palms it. Well, not a good move by McGinley there. So 2-0. Right on the stroke of half time. I couldn't have asked for a better 45 minutes. And as you can see, 62 people here today and nobody from Rutherglen. Anyway, let's go and chat to the boys. Okay, I think it's pretty simple. I think I'll be a bit assertive and tell the boys that I'm very happy. Keep it up, because I am. That was an excellent 45 minutes. And if we can... put in another good shift in the second half and get through to the third round of this competition, I'll be very, very happy. And so will the board. Got to keep them happy somehow. But anyway, the visitors kick off. They've got a bit of work to do in this second half. This is a bit of a rare attack. We haven't seen too many attacks by Rutherglen. That was well defended by Doig, who's been a little bit up and down with his performances. Okay, they've got a corner. Okay, we've got to defend corners well. We certainly don't attack them very well, but we've got to try and defend them very well. It's a bit of a short one, but that's headed away by Honeyman. Now Cameron, who's been playing very well lately. Now this is young Kirk. Oh, okay, bit of a tackle from behind there. No card, just a free kick. As you can see, 11 shots to 2. And funny enough, possession favouring the visitors. Well, that does surprise me. It surprises me indeed. I really thought that we would have well over 50% possession. Obviously, Rutherglen are not doing a great deal with the ball. Now this is Denton with a free kick. I think it's a bit too far out, but he'll go for goal. Oh, I think he's hit the post, or did McGinley make a good save? One or the other. I think it might have been a good save. But Denton, he's not bad with free kicks, and he's certainly very good from the penalty spot. I've been mainly leaving the penalty kicks to him, and so far he hasn't missed any. Anyway, this is Cameron with a bit of a long-range shot, but McGinley, he blocks that. So it looks as though the second half might be a repeat of the first. Okay, another free kick. Denton puts it in. Oh, well, Bell got onto the end of that. But well saved. Bell, of course, is a playmaker, and I must admit, he's Mr. Reliable in midfield. He very rarely puts in a poor shift. He is very, very good. Well, we're just over 60 minutes in the game. I probably should start to think of maybe 1 or 2 substitutions. I am keen to get a new striker on the pitch at some stage. I think he's got a lot to offer. This is Bell. Here comes finally the cross, but that's dealt with rather well by their defence. So maybe an attack from the visitors? No. Quickly lost possession. I think that's their problem. Okay, McLeod K. McManus. Oh, well. An opportunity for his hat-trick, but he put his header well over the bar. And he's rating 8.6. I certainly won't be taking him off. But I think after this highlight, we'll make a substitution. This is Cameron. I'll probably bring him off for the new boy. Although Cameron's done nothing wrong, he's been playing okay. 6.8. That's okay. 6.8. Hasn't scored, but he's only young. You've got to remember, he's only 15. Anyway, Lumsden with a teasing run. This is Bell with the cross, not the best, and that's been cleared downfield, but only as far as Doig. You can find Denton. Oh, that's a good ball to Kirk. Now Cameron. Now they're combining well. Now Denton, you can cross a ball very, very well. Here it comes, a deep one for McLeod K. This is Bell. Oh, great opportunity, but he put that over the bar. But a good move, I must admit, that was very good. We'll make the sub now. We'll bring on Abdul Youssef. He plays as an advanced forward, so we'll... Oh no, sorry, pressing forward. I think we'll... Pressing forward? Yes. No, pressing forward. McManus will be our advanced forward, so I won't muck around with any changes with him. But Abdul Youssef, I think, is going to be a handy player for us. I think we'll make a couple of changes coming up in the next 5 minutes. But Denton with another free kick from the left, and he drives it into the box. And there's Kirk finding the back. Finn Kirk, the left winger, finding the back of the net with an excellent header. Excellent header. And he's only young himself, so we'll have a look at this again. Gets up well, and keeper probably should have done maybe better, but an excellent goal, well and truly onside, as you can see. So good goal by Finn Kirk. And I think we'll make those changes now. We'll bring on some fresh legs. I think I'll get Robbie Duncan on. Robbie Duncan on for Dylan Honeyman. We'll get rid of that yellow card. And who else? McLeod K is looking pretty tired, but I haven't really got anybody out there on the right. Todd Mitchell. I'll bring on Todd Mitchell. His performances at time have been a little bit up and down, but he can replace Mr. Doig and get a bit of a run for maybe 12-15 minutes in the match. But it's been an excellent game from the boys again. 20 shots to 2, 6 corners to 1. I can't believe we've only had 45% possession. Very good XG. The visitors have really not threatened us at all. And we'll give a first and only shout for the boys, a praise. I think they really deserved it. But with 3 minutes of added time, I think this is going to be about full time unless we can get another quick cross into the box. Denton. Don't know what he's doing out there on the right-hand side, and that's it. All over. 3-0 to Glenrothes. Another very good game. An excellent game, as you can see, with 20 shots to 3, 7 corners to 2, and a very good average rating of just over 7.5. Man of the match, of course, Paul McManus with 2 goals. Didn't get his hat-trick, probably deserved it. But a pretty good shift, I think, by everybody. And that's pretty easy team talk to really give. I think it was a good win. Well done. Yes, and Glenrothes turned dominance into victory against Rutherglen Glencairn with a very good second round win. Got a feeling I might have said it was the third round earlier. My memory does play tricks with me. And Paul McManus, excellent with 2 goals and a match rating of 8.6. So give him a handshake and say well done. And of course, in the league, there were 2 games being played. Peebles 5-2 over Oakley United, and Edinburgh South with a 4-2 victory over Lochgelly Albert. And Barry Foster has been paid a bonus of £500 as a result of the team reaching the 3rd round of the South Challenge Cup. Well, that's a nice little bonus. But let's go and find out, who do we play in the 3rd round? And would you believe it? We play Ormiston once again in the 3rd round of the South Challenge Cup, and it's a home game too. So we've been very, very lucky to being drawn as the home team. And of course, Ormiston was the side that we played in the East of Scotland Qualifying Cup 2nd round, and we beat them 4-1. So we've been handed quite a good draw. I must admit, very very happy with that. And looking ahead at the schedule, okay, next game we played Coldstream in the East of Scotland Qualifying Cup. I won't show that because the board have got no interest. And then we've got Preston Athletic in the league, followed by Canool in the King Cup. The board has no interest in the King Cup. And then we've got Burtisland in the league. And then after that, we've got Ormiston in the South Challenge Cup. What I'll do, I'll come back for the South Challenge Cup. Let's have a look at the 3rd round, since it's getting a little bit interesting that we're getting a little bit deeper into this cup competition. Can we make it to the 4th round? We'll have to find out next in the next video. Anyway, that's it for video number 6. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, please give us a thumbs up, and if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. That'll be very appreciated. Until next time, I'm Barry Foster saying it's goodbye from me.